In this video I want to speak more about forcing versus not forcing distinction. I remember when I was reflecting on and also asking myself questions. It's like, well, are these choices and decisions that I'm about to make coming from a state of forcing? And this opened a whole lot of thought stream. And at that moment, it was very symbolic because outside of the window, I also saw that there was a butterfly flying. And to me, instantly, what that was symbolizing was butterfly is a symbol of ease, flow, allow, and not forcing. When we are forcing something, beneath that, there is a neediness. There is validation seeking. Because we don't feel enough, complete. And we want to compensate that. And we people experience a lot of moments when there are temptations to go, force things to overcompensate, especially when we feel doubts, we feel anxiety, we feel insecure. The moment we seek to overcompensate, our inner child is seeking for approval of daddy and mommy. Look at me, daddy. Hey, mommy. Look at me. I'm worthy of you. And we chase this approval because we don't feel solid in our core. We don't feel grounded. We don't feel secure. And these moments can be hard to resist, especially if there has been a long drought period and we so desperately crave to finally get that breakthrough. And our ego wants to force creation to its will. And one of the hardest things for us can be to slow down, especially if we have exercised the opposite thing, to act impulsively. That can be challenging, to slow down. Pause. Take breath. A few deep breaths. And honestly reflect. What's my intention behind this? What do I seek to achieve? What needs am I trying to meet right now? Is this coming from lack or fulfillment? When we feel lack, when we don't feel good enough, our body starts to feel the stress, anxiety, and there grows this emergency, like it needs to be fulfilled now, and that forces almost our hand to act like, to rush quickly now. I can't wait. But often this is not the case. It's not necessary to rush ourselves into quick decisions. We are rushing because we feel emotional discomfort inside of ourselves. And we want to ease that with a thing that we think that will help that, an external fulfillment. And we often forget to look deeper. What's the core creating this unease inside of me? If we can address that, that's way more powerful than looking for a quick external fix. Because that will come and go. The effect will not be permanent. When I look back at my own life decisions and choices, I can usually trace back and I can see, like, was that chain reaction of decisions made through forcing or through peace? And every time I can trace back, yeah, this was definitely forced. The results were not as great as I would hope for. So, in my experience, when I force things, it never turns out to the way that I intended and I wanted it. So yeah, forcing, the lesson that I got is forcing doesn't translate into great results. And often when something happens in our life that is not wanted, that surprises us in a negative way, it's like that can kick us out of our balanced, more peaceful state, and that can create more stress because there is a perception that this is not good. I need to deal with this immediately in a specific way. And when our perception is stressed, our perception is like a tunnel vision, we can only see very limited options, not the bigger picture. Usually that leads us to less optimal outcomes. But this emotional reactive reaction, it happens often very instantaneously and unconscious. So yeah, we don't even notice how quickly we react to certain things until it's already foregone conclusion. I invite you to practice slowing down throughout the day. If something undesirable, something that is perceived as negative, unwanted, shows up in your life, slow down. Take a couple breaths and get yourself outside of the head, ego, and more into your body. And then ask yourself, is this truly a very negative thing? Or is this crisis that my mind tries to convince me? Is this bad? Is this negative? Or is this also opportunity that I can use and show up differently? I wish you a beautiful week.